G'day, I'm Jackson. This is Tom Kunzi. We're from Bloody Ripper. We're a punk band from Melbourne. Our debut album, I Hardly Know Her, is coming out today.
Beautiful, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us today.
No worries. Thanks for having us.
No worries. So, as you mentioned, Bloody Ripper release your debut album, I Hardly Know Her, today, Friday the 13th. So, what are your expectations, guys?
Oh, it's just nice to get some music out there, really. Been a band for a pretty long time, and we've done one EP before this. And just put a lot of work into this album. So it'd be nice to get some ears on it.
So, tell us a bit more about the album from a musical point of view, then, and what you were going for with it.
It's a pretty, widespread catalog. Some of the songs were written before I was even in the band, and then a few of them are after I came. And it's just like, I don't know. For me, I look at it as like an homage to all the shit we used to listen to when we were younger. I kind of feel like that's how we approached it, and that kind of nostalgic, punky feeling.
And you've released a single, Pints, so far. So, is that a good sonic representation of what to expect?
Yeah, that probably falls somewhere like in the middle ground. Like we've got some songs that are a bit lighter, a bit more bluesy, and then we've got some that are pretty heavy as well. People ask us like, "Oh, what kind of music do you play?" And it's a hard question to answer because it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. And the film clip to that song too is a cracker. Like it follows Shags trying to find love in a pub speed dating night. Like, is it based on a true story?
Oh, nah, it's just a fun idea we came up with. Shooting the shit and came up with a pretty fun. Like I just got a haircut and they were all like, "Oh, I've got to do something with the haircut." So we just made it like a kind of 70s theme. Bit of fun, really.
And I think fun's the key word there, guys. Like it looks like a lot of fun, and looks like you guys are a fun sort of band that don't take yourselves too seriously. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure, that's the case.
Like we were all mates before we were in the band, so it kind of just comes naturally to hang out and be friends and play music together. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of getting harder and harder these days, though, with the world becoming more sanitized to be yourselves, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely an element in that in throughout the whole album. Really, is like we were trying to get away from that kind of, as you say, sanitized style.
Yeah, the world expects you to be something these days that hardly anyone really is, don't they?
I think people appreciate something that they can tell isn't bullshit as well. It's not trying to be something it's not.
Yeah, 100%, bro. The press release says, I Hardly Know Her explores the band's diverse musical range. So you touched on it before, but can you elaborate a bit further?
Well, it's like, I guess we all have overlaps with our like styles, and I guess our what's the word, fucking but they're like that Venn diagram, pretty large parts outside of it, which is just solely each individual band member. And I guess that's where that comes from, because like I like stuff I probably have the heaviest taste in the band, but I still like a lot of the stuff that these guys get down with, and would still consider them my inspiration as well. And I'm sure it's the same with Jackson. Like it's all these different kind of tastes coming together.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever tried to be like one sort of band. We've had a lot of people tell us over the years, like, "Oh, you probably do better if you stuck to one sort of type of music," but we just kind of have fun with it. We write all our songs mostly together in a room, jamming with each other. So like it's kind of whenever inspiration hits or someone plays a riff and we're like, "Oh, that sounds cool," and jump on it and kind of put your own spin onto stuff.
Yeah. And I know that there's no song on the album called I Hardly Know Her, so it implies it's got some deeper significance.
Oh,
no.
you take that
Yeah,
one.
well, it's just I don't know. I just started saying it as a joke, like maybe 6 months ago or so. Every time someone would say something ending in ER, it'd be like, "Bloody Ripper, hardly know her, mate."
Right, yeah. So there's no
Literally just came from that.
Yeah, unfortunately,
It's
very more
just a piss take.
shallower meaning.
Fair enough. So going into your debut album, guys, like I know the music industry these days is a lot different to what it used to be. So, well, what's your thought process going into a debut album in the modern age?
I mean, like it just came into like it was kind of an element of let's just fucking get something on tape, get something done, do that and see how it goes. We had a like decent enough kind of expertise within the band and connections to not have to, go crazy with budget or anything like that. But it was just like working on stuff ourselves, doing that, and having a kind of cohesive piece of work that we could be proud of at the end of it. I mean, it'd be cool if it took off or whatever. Like sick, we want to play big crowds, we want to do that kind of thing. But it's also nice just to have something out there.
Yeah, it was probably a bit more self-indulgent than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And you've been a band for about a decade, and you're just getting your first full length out. So is that just circumstance? Is it you were waiting until you had songs you liked, or was there any reason it's taken so long?
Yeah, it's a bit of all of it, really. Like Kunzi's our second drummer, and we've had a couple different bass players over the years, and our style's definitely like evolved and grown. So like some of the songs we wrote first, we tried to record them. We didn't really know what we were doing, so we weren't super happy with them. So for the first, probably least, we kind of just didn't put anything out because it wasn't up to the spec that we wanted. And then we really worked on like our live show. We love playing live all the time. Like I think a lot of our music, for a long time at least, before this, came off better live than it did recorded. So I think we finally just like figured out how we want to do it by ourselves and how we want it to sound from like our point of view and everything like that. So it's kind of just a build up of things over time.
Yeah. And how would you say I Hardly Know Her differs musically to your 2022 debut EP, Earl Spaceman?
They're probably a lot more like the songs are a bit more evolved. Like Earl Spaceman was the first name of our band. So that EP is kind of like a homage to the older songs and the stuff that we just kind of wanted to get out of the back catalogue so we could focus on.
So say someone's new to the band, Bloody Ripper. Give us 3 songs for them to listen to get to know you a bit better.
Ooh, I mean, like Pints would be one, surely.
Yeah, I reckon Pints is probably a good one. The final song on the album is called Unentitled. That's a pretty cool one, I reckon.
Yeah. Do any from the EP?
Yeah,
maybe Wasted.
Or Reset. That's a pretty cool one.
Yeah, from the EP.
Yeah, very cool. And have you got any shows coming up where people can catch you live?
Yeah, we got our album launched this Saturday, 14th of December at Stay Gold in Brunswick.
Victoria, Australia.
And where can people find out about that show, get tickets, find out more about the band?
There's tickets on Eventbrite or in the link in our Instagram bio. Like you'll see all the news of us posting stuff and all the stuff we're doing on our Instagram.
Band Facebook as well.
Yeah.
And then
we've got a gig on the 1st of Feb at the retreat as well.
Beautiful. All right, guys. Well, thanks very much for your time. The album I Hardly Know Her is out today. She's a decent slab of rock punk goodness, guys. So congratulations and best of luck.